Disney does not make them like they used to. Case in point, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. A movie based off of a bloody theme park ride should have sunk at the box office on arrival. And yet it does exactly what every action-adventure movie should do. Have exhilarating, well-choreographed, and beautiful sword fights, gun duels, and battles at sea. Stop blowing holes in my ship! Realistic sets, practical costumes with no hooks for hands, eye patches, none of that bullshit. Gorgeous Caribbean islands. Real-life ships to sail out at sea! And model wants to blow up because we can't destroy the original because they're priceless artifacts and insurance and they would just all go to waste. Motion capture special effects that for the time were groundbreaking, and nowadays, while they certainly look a little cheap, not as cheap as the shit we're used to nowadays. And yes, it includes this shit. Johnny Depp, his first of many, many appearances as Captain Jack Sparrow, savvy? Now, unlike most pirates in cinema, including this very franchise, even though he can fight with a blade, rather exceptionally if I do say so myself, his wit is sharper than his sword. He's a master of manipulation and can escape any situation with persuasion over decimation. He's a pirate con artist. I mean, look during the climax where he's caught between the British Navy who would hang him and the Black Pearl who would disembody him in every way conceivable. But he talks the British Navy into a deal where he'll lure out the Black Pearl and they ambush him. He goes directly to the Black Pearl, tells them, "You have one ship, now you can have two ships by taking out the British Navy." Rather brilliant if I do say so myself, but funnily enough, Jack Sparrow has this moral code where he won't kill anyone unless they're an enemy pirate in self-defense. I mean, after all, during the opening sequence when we meet Elizabeth, he has a gun to her head as a hostage. But once he has an escape, he lets go of her and does not fire back. Every time he points a gun at someone, he knows that they know him by reputation, and he knows that all he has to do is ask for a simple favor without having to pull the trigger. Rather perfect for a pacifist pirate, if I do say so. A deliciously over-the-top villain who enunciates everything with his accent, cackles in his laugh, and gouges his eyes like they're about to pop out. I need more than one of these. A strong female lead who, unlike most strong female leads nowadays, actually learns how to be one. Goes for a character change where she thinks she knows everything, and she does know plenty of political strategy. But she has to experience danger and peril for the very first time. And learn from it. Again, can't say the same for most female heroes nowadays. A stud who is here to be, well, a stud. I mean, the acting is perfectly fine, he's a badass fighter, and there's a wee bit about him accepting his past, but it's really more of a MacGuffin and a plot hole for future sequels. In fact, I'm gonna break character for just 1 second to mention this. If Bootstrap Bill stole the Aztec gold, and he's a crew member of the Flying Dutchman, how the fuck did he die? Does nobody question that? Oh, whatever. There's a reason only this one's being put out in theaters anyways. Speaking of which, a simple treasure hunt where there's a slight twist that makes it feel more fresh and original. Now make no mistake, there are plenty of things in this movie that could and should have been left off the map. Especially the British Navy, the most boring, drawn-out, and pointless thing in this entire franchise that takes up so much screen time that could and should be spent on, well, treasure hunting. The romance between Miss Elizabeth and Mr. Turner is there. They have decent enough chemistry for you to care, but at the same time, wondering will they or won't they is like wondering what color an orange is. So in other words, you'd have to be as stupid as those two. Excuse me for one moment. Now, as long as you're just hanging there, pay attention. There's only two things that matter in this world. What a studio can do, and what a studio can't do. For instance, you can go back to making movies for a mass audience, or you cannot. But make no mistake when I say this. Audiences come in black, brown, white, Asian, indigenous, depending on what kind of country they're from. Straight, lesbian, gay, whatever the difference is there. Bisexual, pansexual, trans Christian, Judaism, Muslim, Hindu, Quaker. There's this really excellent one called Scientology. Left, right, center right, and center. And the reason I bring all this up to you is this. No matter what member of a tribe or group that you're a part of, there will always be characteristics that make you alike to other tribes that your tribe despises. But that's what makes human beings interesting. That's what makes stories interesting. You can watch one side of the world from the other, and you can feel the exact same experiences without having gone through it yourself. Don't take that away from people. And me, for instance, I can give up on you like the lot of them. I can pretend that I know exactly what's going through your heads. I can declare that Disney is creatively bankrupt and royally fucked. But I can't foresee the future, especially considering Disney has cheated death more times than I have. I'm not going to pretend like I know exactly what goes on in your little business meetings, except for that one time. So I won't pretend to. And I can't in good conscience claim that there are no more fresh characters, stories, or remakes that outdo the original. Because they're literally inked into me. Now, can you let the woke ship sink? Start telling stories based on character, entertainment, and can appeal to anyone of any demographic? Or can you not? The decision is yours.